Good morning, you cracking humans. Welcome to another episode of What's Up Wednesdays. So one of the things I've learned in doing a DIY van conversion is it's an iterative process, and you find out that things that you thought were going to work don't work, and that has been the case with a step to get in and out of my van. I am now on version 3.0 of a step, and I'm hoping that this is the winner here. What I am installing, and I'm nearly complete with, is an Amp Research Power Step. It's a power retractable step that gets mounted with some very heavy-duty hardware on both sides, both the passenger side and the driver's side of the vehicle. And I think this is going to scratch all my itches for the step. It seems like it's going to work really well. A little caution though, it does require some specialized expertise. This is kind of funny, they say installation time 3 to 5 hours. I think I'm probably at least double that, and I'm not quite done yet. There's a lot going on. Fortunately, the company provides a very good product, very organized. Everything that was supposed to be shipped with the product came. It was well protected. The instructions are good, but it is an installation skill level of 4 out of 4. So, and I agree with that. That's you need some specialized expertise. So let me show you what it is on one side. So version 1.0 for a step was this thing. It still works fine. The problem is if I'm inside the van and want to get out, it's not there. I need it to deploy both when I'm getting in the van and when I'm getting out of the van. And that's where the power step comes in. Version 2.0 was the Car Products retractable one. It was a spring-mounted one, and you would push on it and it would pop out. And again, it had the same problem. It's only good when you're outside the van and can deploy it. But when you're inside the van, there's no way to deploy it. So let me show you what happens with the Amp Research Power Step. Anytime I open either of the doors, the step comes out, and it is a full length, so it provides a step for both the sliding door and also for the passenger, the front passenger. It is very heavy duty. There's very little flex in it. It provides pretty good footing. There's about 6 inches, 5.5 inches maybe of step, and it is the right height for stepping up into the van because it's about 11 inches off the ground, and then the next step up is maybe 12 inches. So it's a good height for it, and you can see there's a good target to step down onto. So I think this is going to be a winner. It's not cheap. Let me show you what is going on over here. So I have the brackets mounted. There are 2 of these brackets that look like that on each side, one forward, one aft, and they're virtually identical, and they mount with the same bolt pattern, and they do give you this handy little template for installing it on the rails, and you will need that. In some cases, they use factory installed studs that you can hang it on. So there's basically a on the underneath side of the running board, you'll have a stud that'll be sticking out. You can just bolt it, put a nut on it, and crank it down. In several cases, I had to install these riv nuts. These are metric, and those again require specialized expertise. You have to know how to install those. I've done a video previously on What's Up Wednesdays, and they even give you the installation tool for it, which is handy. And I had to use those in probably 8-10 different places. And then the third installation method required tapping some inserts that were on the factory, in the factory mount, or factory condition. They provide little inserts that you can drill and tap, and this little device right here is super handy. It's called a drill tap. You can see it has a hex head, and it can drill. It'll drill the hole, and then it'll tap it as well. And if you're careful, it does a super good job. I'm impressed with this tool. Let me show you the wiring harness for this, because I found no instructions or video on this. And this is a little tricky to figure out. It comes with a wiring harness, and everything is cut to length. It has the connectors on it, and it comes with a computer, a little module here that has to be mounted. And then there's an octopus of wire looms that come off of it. There is one that goes to ground and to the power over here that connects in. Show you how I connected it here. So this is the power. Fortunately, there's a on my transit van, there's a third terminal here that you can mount things on. I think this is for the starter battery, and this is for the auxiliary battery on the van. And then this is the auxiliary attachment point. And then also there are these wires that go to the driver's side that goes down into the engine compartment, and you have to route it around the wheel well and back along the frame. And then there's this one here that goes to the passenger side. It has to be mounted up underneath. Yeah, there it is. It has to be mounted up underneath all the way over to the passenger side, and then down here by the wheel well, and so basically zip tie it everywhere. And there's also, you have to go through the firewall, and then you will make a connection to this ODI connector. Take off this panel and then plug it in, and that will power the steps for you. And so there's a couple of wires that have to come through there, and then you mount this little connector into the ODI, and then you'll zip tie that down. I have to do that still. And then let me just quickly show you the connection of these things underneath the van. This fan is low. Okay, so here's the bracket. There's a motor on it. Each one comes with a motor, and of course it needs to be wired. And then it is bolted in 4 places, 2 on each side. And then each of the brackets comes with a custom, or each of the hinges, I should say, comes with a custom bracket that is designed to fit the Ford, and so it really stabilizes this whole thing. It is very sturdy, and this is a beefy hinge here that supports the step. And you can see here is the wire loom going all the way past the forward one and then up into the engine compartment. So anyway, I think this is going to be a winner. I just need to cut down the length of the driver's side here to about 50 inches. It'll stick out a little bit long back here, but it'll provide me with access to the driver's side as well. So they activate every time a door opens, and then when it closes, it pauses for a couple of seconds, and then it retracts, and it is super skookum. Anyway, good talking to you people. Have a great day.